8. Right, 8:45, chop chop, princess. Because Sue is on time, we're gonna get started on time. Good morning, happy Sunday, fun day. We are about to get started today. To do so, we're gonna walk all the way to the front of our mats. We're gonna bring our feet hip width apart. We're gonna take our toes, we're gonna turn them in towards the center line of the mat. So we bring straightness to the legs. I like you to bring some hollowness to the belly. And as you hollow out, I like you to draw up chest, make it nice and proud. Open your palms to face forward, spread your fingers widely, and draw your elbows backwards. Squeeze them in towards the center line or spine. Make the head nice and tall and draw the chin in towards that neck of yours. Take a big breath in and serve out the arms straight out shoulder height. Almost block out through the elbows and turn the palms to face towards the earth and then flap them up and down. Bring palms back, draw the elbows back. Crowd out the chest as you draw those elbows all the way back and then squeeze them together. As you inhale and as you exhale, draw the elbows forward. Hug your chest with them. Keep the hug of the chest with the palms open to the sky. Open the forearms away from the center line and then draw them back in. And do that for a couple of repetitions. Enjoy the warm up today.
Thank you. I like warm up.
Yeah, so we're not going full bore. We're going to have a nice little warm up. Now, hold out, extend out all of your arms. Palms are still facing the sky. Now, let's get a little bit of focus to the lower body. As you reach fingers to pull those arms out of those shoulder sockets and broaden across that whole chest of yours. As you do that, I'd like you to take the right hip, push to the right side, and then slowly sweep it backwards. And then forward. So it's kind of just arcing slowly back and in, forward, sorry, forward and back. And then come to a square position, switch it over to the opposite side, and do the same thing. We bring it back center, sweep your hands to the sky to salute the sun. Good morning to all, and as you exhale, fold it all the way down. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Hold the extension, draw back the hips and give you a predominant weight bearing to the heels. Take those toes and step them more towards the center line. Now that we've warmed up a little bit, to inhale, now exhale, let the upper body fold. Inhale, extend to flat back, and Pilates style, back to standing. Salute the sun. Lower those hands shoulder height, and fold. Now, while we hold in this position, I like you to take both legs, kind of like chopsticks, and pull them into the center. Keep the legs nice and straight. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, lower them. So it's up and down. Shoulder height is our destination, down and up as high as you can get them. See if you can increase some of the range of motion of that reach. Lower back should feel a little bit engaged as the arms will rise up. You're getting that sensation kind of on point. If you're not getting that, straighten those legs a little more and squeeze those legs a little tighter together. Now, hold arms out, step those feet straight forward. Take that booty, lower it down. So as we begin our squat, it's just simply up and down. You can put arms on hips if you need to be there. Keep the legs sitting forward if you can. Range of motion down, explore a little. As you go down, try to avoid any splaying out of the knees. Try to keep them aligned straight forward with the toes of the feet. As you rise back up, relax the arms, open the palms, face forward, draw the elbows back. Hold on this for a couple seconds. You can just circle the hips. Any direction you want, doesn't matter, because we're gonna go the opposite direction. Now reverse the direction. When we circle, sometimes we see a little bit of play around with the hips. Try to keep them square. Front part of the mat. Back now. Take your hands, put them back on those hips, or put them on the hips. And then take your upper body, chest nice and proud. Take the chin and draw it in towards the neck. If you see the rotation into the shoulders, I'd like you to pull them backwards and pull them outwards. Holding on this now. Fill the lungs with air, hollow out the belly, and then pull halfway forward. As you pull forward, squeeze the elbows together in the back. So we're not compressing shoulder blades, we're squeezing elbows with proud, broad chest. Come back up. Relax that elbow squeeze, come back down, squeeze those elbows together. Raise up and lower down. And as you transition between the up and down, I want you to register the weights in the feet. Try to keep it balanced. Not going heavy to the front or the heel for a few more repetitions. Now, hold it down, release the hands. Your fingertips arrive upon the earth. Step the feet back into flag pose. Let's make it more of an extended plank to start today. Simply meaning that hands are further ahead of the shoulders. If you need knees upon the earth, help be in this position. Welcome yourself to do it. If you can, let's hold on this. Now push forward with the toes, which means your shoulders are going to go more over the wrists, and then drive back with the heels driving to the earth. Push forward, drive heels to the earth. You do that a few more times. As we begin to open up those calf muscles and those lower leg muscles, enjoy. Now hold it back. Keep the heels driving earthward as your hips pull skyward. Down dog, dog garnet. High on the tippy toes, heels drive to the earth. Oscillate up and down for a few lovely repetitions. If you sweep back forward the shoulders, bring those knees of yours underneath hips and spread them wide. Take them to the edges of the mat. Same thing with the hands. With our chest lowering down into the arms, let's spiral the elbows inwardly and then raise that torso up and down. And do this for a few more repetitions. Try to keep the arms straight and not collapse with the elbows. Simply up and down to those shoulders. Let's hold it in a down position. Take that left foot, slide it along the floor and extend it straight. Take the right arm, extend it straight out to the side, and open the shoulder to the sky. And then lower down to touch the ground, and then do it again. Arms straight, fingers tap, shoulder lifts. Couple reps. Back down into all fours. Opposite sides. Slide the right foot back, extend that left arm over. Raise and sweep. Do that a few more times. Kirsten is dusting off my hip. Apparently I had a lot of dust on it. All right, let's bring it back down to all fours. Once again, with that nice wide stance, I'd like you to bring flexion to the spine and extension to it. As we cat and cow, dance it a little bit. So pull back as you go to cat and rock forward as you go to cow. And play around forward to back. Like a playful cat. All right, now, let's rock this around the circle. Counterclockwise if you like, clockwise if you prefer, just to start, and then reverse. As we dance this quadruped position. Enjoy. All right, bring it calm, raise the booty, drive the heels, down dog it, and walk it back to your feet. Inhale, extend into a flat back. Back is going to remain an extension as we step the feet underneath the hips. Find the balanced weights equal to the butt and back of the foot. Now, straighten out those legs. Extend a little more if you can to the back. Straighten a little more if you can to the legs. Extend a little more to the back. Proud of the chest. Draw the hips back. Give me the weight to the heels as you walk. Fingertips forward. As you release your next breath, let the upper body fold in and find balance back in your feet. The body style. Take it back up. Salute the sun. Hello, sun. Exhale, relax. While the shoulders up. Open the palms, elbows back. Take the fists out of the hands and turn the thumbs so they point away from the center line of the body as you step the right foot forward. We're coming up under the heel, toes with the back foot with the heel aiming up at the sky. So check it out if you need to, but get it pointing up if you can. Front leg has a plant to that ball of the big toe. We're going to push heavily into that. We're going to mitigate some of the weight. It normally goes into the heel by using that nice pressurized sensation to the front part of the foot. And as we do so, I like you to straighten out that front leg as best you can. And then back off of it just ever so slightly. Keep the elbows pulling back as you pull forward onto that front leg. And then raise back up. And as we go through our iterations of this, so they can explore the range of motion, try to keep those hands on the hips or towards them as you lower down. Try to avoid the shoulders from collapsing in. It is going to do work, shoulders. Make sure those toes are grabbing the mats as you rotate inwardly. Come back up. Bring hands over hearts. Switch up the sides. Aim everything where it needs to go. Fists to the hands, thumbs opening up. Planting that big, the ball of the big toe to the earth. Legs straight, back off just a little, and let's begin the exercise. Slowly down and slowly up. Try to keep the leg working isometrically, which means that the joint, the knee in particular, doesn't gain or lose any of its position. Not closing, not opening, back, spine remaining long, and shoulders remaining that nice, engaged proposition. You should feel a little bit of burning in those shoulders as we raise and lower the upper body. And if you're getting that, those are your exterior rotators of the shoulders working. Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't realize I had muscle back there. Another couple repetitions. As you raise up this time, hands come over heart. Give those muscles at the back a little break as you step it forward and say, thank goodness, that's so tight. Big inhale, powerful exhale, hands shoot to the sky. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull. Straighten the legs. Draw the booty backwards. Walk the hands forward. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Proud out that chest. As you release the next breath, Hands come close to feet, and then step those feet backwards to plank. Knees to the earth, upper body lowers towards the earth, but doesn't land upon it as we begin a series. Modified push-ups. Slowly up, slowly down. We are tension-free through the neck. We are feeling the effort through the chest. We are making sure that the muscles that we used just short time ago are working to keep the shoulders retracted. Let's do a couple more repetitions. Take a break if you need. One more time down, one more time up, and pull up and back the hips towards child's pose this time. Walk the hands forward. And back up into all fours. Spread the knees to the edges of the mat. Bring the feet together to touch. Now, take the feet, put them onto the tops. So basically, flip onto the tops and draw back the hips and modify the child's pose. I'm doing a forearm version. Feel a nice lengthening through those shin muscles. You might feel your back leg muscles, the lower back leg muscles, a little more active. Try to let them calm. There's a process referred to as biofeedback where we can actually connect with things. So if you can, if it's there, if it's present, tell those muscles in the back, lower leg to chill. If that's happening, it may not be. Just going to take a couple breaths here. It's a very important stretch. It goes basically all of us, because whenever we sit or are seated, these muscles are highly active, even though it doesn't seem like it. Keep the flexion in the ankle. Now come back up. Put the flexion back in the ankle. Just another way of saying tuck your toes and spread the feet to the edges of the mat with the knees and the hands. Lower the chest in between the arms. Spiral those elbows inwardly. Float the knees. As we float our bear, I'd like you to float forward and backwards. Give a nice little pull to those muscles. Back leg. And calm that. Heels drive to the earth as hips pull to the sky, and we come to down dog. Drive those heels earthward, straighten through those arms, lengthen through that torso, and imagine the string tied onto the tailbone pulling higher to the sky. As we march the hands back to the feet, keep the spine low. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, unfold and salute the side. As you drop hands over heart, take the right foot, step it forward. Take the left foot, angle it out. As we come flat onto that back foot, we're going to take that left hip. We're going to try to find a rotational effort towards the front, keeping the spine long. The hands over heart. I'd like you to take the front knee and begin to bend it. As we descend into this position, allow the knee to push forward at the toe. And then slowly push back up. You're now exercising your quadriceps. So we lower and raise the body. Now, from where we push, when we go forward, be heavy to the toes. When we come back, try to shift the weight to the heels and push back up. We're going to incorporate some of our posterior chain muscles by doing so. See how low you can go forward and try to maintain that push from the heel on the way up. For a couple more times. Beautiful. Come up on the toes to the back foot. Step it forward. Step the opposite foot back. Foot goes flat to the floor. Make sure your feet are the right type of separation, left to right. And start with the exercise. when we talk about range of motion, it's always in the motional range. So for example, when a joint's extended to a point where it can't extend anymore, you're not going to get any more range of motion. However, when the joint's closing, that's really what we're trying to affect the range of motion. So we're really closing the hip angle, and to get more range of motion while getting deeper into the pose. Then deepening the pose itself is really helping to affect an increase in your joint mobility. Well, both the workload and your mobility. The range of motion is often controlled by the muscle's ability to perform that action. So we're just simply strengthening. And I know you're probably enjoying me talking, so you have to focus on the pain of doing this, right? Now, try to get a little deeper. Push back up. Remember, you're pushing from the heel as best you can. Back down to work effort more posteriorly. To rise up, toes in the back foot, stepping forward, keeping hands over heart. Bend the knees, lower, and begin to stretch out a little bit. All of that work you just did. I'm executing your squats. Sounds like more work. Kind of is. Now to standing tall. Sweep the arms to the side. Salute the sun. Exhale, fold. Take it down to the earth. Kind of grab some water, agua, as they say in Spanish. Cheers. Cheers. Not drinking today? All right. As we position on the floor, I'd like you to sweep, because you can't cheers when you're facing down. You sweep the legs back. We're going to start doing some stretching. Oh, facing down on the floor. Now, what we're going to do is extend the arms all the way out. So, my little honey, I'm extending my hand over this way. And as we extend the arms straight out, the palms are facing the earth. We're going to take our left hand now, put it onto the back of the head, and we're going to rotate the left shoulder up in the sky. Now, I want you to raise and lower a few more repetitions. And then plant that left hand on the earth. Take the left foot, like you to step it backwards, open the left hip to the sky. You feel a nice stretch through front part of the body. If you feel comfortable to do so, keep that right leg that's lying on the floor extended. Take the left hand, reach it to the sky. And then try to rotate that left shoulder backwards. And then slowly lower down. Roll back on. Extend that left arm out. Bring the right arm onto the back of the head. And raise that right shoulder for a few repetitions. As you calm that, plant the right hand. Use it to raise the shoulder, kind of like you're doing a push-up. That right hip slightly elevated off the mat. The head can be in whatever position you want, lifted or relaxing on the mat, or towel if you prefer not to have your face on the mat itself. And then now let's open the right hip. Keep the left leg straight as we bring that right leg across backwards. Use the assistance of that right arm. Help leverage some opening to that left chest. Oh, should feel awesome. Try to push and open a little more if you can. And when you're ready, rotate it back down. Point the toes so you're on the tops of the feet. Spread the legs to the edges of the mat. And then use your arms to push upward and backward to down dog. Toes will sweep in to kiss and hips draw back. And this time we're going to come with forearms forward, resting on the palms. Head is elevated, but hips pull back. So we have a nice resting, lengthening position for those shin muscles. Should feel a little easier to get into this pose this time around. Then walking the hands back, tucking the toes under, coming up and onto all fours. Let the chest drop in between the arms as you spiral elbows inwardly, and then lift the hips to the sky, drive the heels to the earth for short stance, down dog. You might find that the heels attraction to the earth is greater realized in this position. As extended, drive the knees backwards. Feel that nice pull to the posterior muscles of the leg. Walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Pilates style, bring it all the way back up. Good morning, everyone. Salute the sun. Inhale, pull high to the sky. Exhale, release, step it sideways. We're going to bring a big wide stance to the body. Take the toes and turn them ever so slightly towards the center line of your body. You're going to bring some bend to the knees to start. When we bend the knees, I like to pull the hips backwards. I'm going to take hands to the hips, elbows squeeze together. Make sure your head isn't falling off the body. Keep the neck nice and long, and then fold in by pulling the hips backwards, but keep the bend in the knees. Now, bend the knees more, straighten the legs. Bend and straighten. Let's bring specific focus to some muscle. If you need support, you can always bring the hands here. Keep the legs straight. Keep the spine long. Tabletop the back. Best you can by bringing the fingertips to the earth. The legs straight, I like to grip them backwards now. So that booty pulling back. Give a nice pull. Take those heels of yours and try to isometrically activate. Try to spiraling them by spiraling them outward. Keep that outward spiral as you take the right hand, raise it to the sky. When I mean right hand, I really mean right shoulder. Open, close. Sweep the hands across, fingertips touch opposite hand, sweep all the way up, and do that for a few more repetitions. As you rep this out, make sure you're not drifting forward. Keep the focus on drifting backwards and opening. Now, bring the right hand back to the earth. Find this position, spine long, left side. Start your repetitions. Where that drifts. Next rep, bring it back center. Walk those feet in, hip width apart. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Pilates style, bring it all the way back up. As you salute the sun, rotate to face forward. High to the sky are the hands. Exhale, relax it. Roll the shoulders apart. Pull the shoulders up. And then roll them backwards as you open up the palms. There's a slight bend in the elbow. We're going to basically bring elbows in to the chest. We're going to simply try to rotate or pull back a little more. Now, pulling back is easy to do. I can just basically pull back, but to really try to effectively use some muscles that are the exterior rotators, I like you to squeeze your elbows into the rib cage and keep the squeeze as you pull back. And what it's going to help do is take some of the bigger primary movers of this action out of play a little bit. So some of the smaller muscles that help this movement happen be more active, strengthen them. Those are the muscles that typically get abused when we have a lot of inward rotation from sitting. So squeeze hard and enjoy the repetitions. Do as many as you can for the next few breaths. Speed is not an enemy at this point here. It's simply activating. What does help is the distance backwards, how far back you can get. Try to get a little distance. All right, bring hands over hearts. Step the feet to the edges of the mat. This time take the toes and open them away from the center line. Because we have a sumo-like type position. Let's squat it down. Slowly. Enjoy the journey. And kind of like life. You don't want to go through life too quickly, right? It means an end. So get as low as you can, raise back up. Now, much like we practiced earlier, ball a big toe on the way down. That's what we're pushing our weight. And then heels on the way up. Have a pace. You have your pace. Do it for a few more repetitions. Practice the range of motion. As we discussed earlier, it's not how high you can go. There's a limit to that. How low you can go. No, but most people don't find the limits to that because they don't go there. Try to go there. Okay. All right, one more repetition down. Hold it down. Bring your fingertips to the earth. Now slowly straighten the legs. Step the toes straight forward. We're in an inverted, now extended back. Drift the hips backwards. Walk the fingertips forwards. Proud of the chest. Straighten the legs a little more. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. Sweep to the skies. Hold it down. Plank it out. Up and back to down dog. Sweep it back to plank. And do that a few more times. All right. As you come down onto the knees. Use that as a start point to get to the end point, which is to get all the way down onto your butt. I'm once again going to grab a little bit of water, recommending that you could say if you have it available. Cheers to all. A lot of your favorites being done today, some new stuff being done today. We're going to come into our 90 and 90. Everyone's favorite. I hate this, but it's so good for you. Now, well, I find this most one of the most painful exercise I do because just some sports use. It's like it kills me. I'm going to come down on my forearm. I recommend that we start here. Now, with this, there's the opportunity to collapse in. I want you to be nice and long for the spine. And then we're going to simply raise up into the palm and lower back down on the forearm. As you do so, let's try to keep that right knee planted so it's not lifting up as you raise up. You're really kind of sweeping and almost doing a lateral flexion of the spine when you come up. You might feel that right hip muscle, small muscle, being a little active in this movement. That's great because there's a couple of small muscles here that are getting exercise. All right, let's hold it down on the forearm. You take your right knee, using the foot as a hinge, and raise it up. So we're going to keep the chest nice and proud. And if we do kind of a modified clamshell, simply raising and lowering that right knee. Once again, range of motion. You're not going to be any lower to the earth than the knee can go, but I want you to work on the opening as much as you can. Use as much rotation externally as you can. It's cramps. What? What? All right, so we've wrapped this up. We're gonna use a slightly different things. We come up, post the left hand. We're gonna walk it over. So I want you to walk a few times. Use the assistance of the hands. If you need, some of our more advanced students. I see, yeah, might be able to do this without the assistance of hands. And if that's you, I invite you to be you. All right. We've done that. Sides done. I'm going to switch up sides. And I'm going to start out by keeping long and up and down. That's why they pay me the small bucks.
Yeah.
Remember this shit.
Shit.
No, it's not shit. It's funny, on this side, I feel a lot more than I do on the opposite side. It says, oh, that muscle is just crushing. On the next rest, post up, keep it nice and long with a little bit of spinal flexion laterally, and then start to raise and lower that left knee. Chest facing forward. You can get your chest to face backward and following leg of flare. Friendly reminder that both up and back is the most important movement part of this exercise. On the next rep, Sue's favorite part, walking the dog, not walking the 99, all the way forward, all the way back. With or without arms. Okay, put into words how enjoyable this feels. Live with the solace of knowing that it's actually helpful. One of the things I'm doing is trying to utilize less my arms in the final movements. Even though the muscles are a little more fatigued, just to kind of give them a little bit of extra load, help them straighten. On the next rep, as we come forward, we're going to extend the legs forward, come into our staff meeting, heels to the edges of corners of the mat, making sure we're not imitating the panda as we come up onto the sit bones. We're going to bring hands over heart. We're going to hold in this just for a couple seconds. So right now, this is very similar to a seated position. The only two joints that are not in play right now are your knees and ankles. Hips are in roughly a 90-degree flexion. The work that we just did is actually utilizing muscles that are working right now, flexors. Work on strengthening these. We're just going to take an imaginary block, put it right in front of us. I'm going to lift the leg, raise it over, tap, and touch. Tap and touch. Right out of the gate. Oh, and a big cramp. Using some biofeedback, telling that muscle to relax. Oh, just chill down. All right, as we bring calmness to that leg, we're going to bring some practice to the opposite leg. Tap and touch. All right. Enough of that. Fine. As we come back into a staff pose, gonna bring our hands between our legs and let the fingers do the walking. Now, as you come forward and then slowly walk it back, I want you to kind of key in the behavior of your spine. A lot of us are going to want to flex the spine to come forward. Just walk it back. And this time, when we walk forward with the hands, keep the chest proud. And then when you get to the point where I'm not going any further, let the spine go into flexion. Then see if you can walk forward a little more. And walk it back in. Inhale, extend to a flat back. And then keep those fingers walking back into center. Let's do this one more time. Walk out, extend the spine, hit that point, flex it and keep them walking. Inhale, extend, walk them back. Great job. Lie it down slowly. Take it down Pilates style. Make it a little fun. Try it. Extend the arms all the way back. Pull with the fingers, pull with the toes, opposite direction. Pull the knees up and into the chest. And extend the legs all the way back up. Keep the arms reaching backwards. Right now, all we are practicing, all of you are practicing, is complete hip extension and flexion. This is really utilizing those hip flexors in the full range of motion. A little bit of strengthening and lengthening together. Do a couple more repetitions. To set your feet back down this time. Flex the feet and see if you can push the heels into the earth and try to raise the hips up or your butt up off the earth. And then lower back down. Sweep the arms back down to leave the right knee, which is lifted up and towards the chest. Pull it in towards it. You can take your foot and rotate it clockwise. And then switch the direction of the block. Points, flex. And then calm, either with towel or with hands. Or if you have the ability to grab the big toe, wrap it. Do whatever is you and extend that heel to the sky. We are doing right leg. If you chose to do the left instead, that's fine. We're going to do both. But whatever leg you got up, I'd like you to take the knee and push it out and away. Go a little deeper, a little more intensity. Pull the toe, front of that foot down a little more towards your body. And then relax that down. Extend it all the way out. Opposite side pulls in. Use the hands on kneecaps to help get a little more rotation in your knee. When you're ready, hand, towel, fingers on the toe, whatever you feel is best for you today. Right, the heel to the sky. Because your nervous system tells the muscle, and it's allowed to stretch a little more. We're going to see if we can add a little more into the stretch by pushing the heel a little harder to the sky. Another way to kind of trigger this is to try to take the back of the knee and push it away. Pull with the toes, towel, whatever you got. Give you a little more effort there. To release, relax. Take it all the way down. Point the toes, Sweep the arms back, use the fingers to pull the upper body in the opposite direction of the lower. As you turn your arms back down, take the bottoms of your feet and connect them together. Now, you're varying amounts of rotation that your hips can exhibit. I'd like you to bring the feet together, and then simply rock your pelvic girdle side to side. A little bit of blood flow to those muscles. Now, calm that and see if you can kind of use the musculature. This is your exterior rotators, pulling the legs down without the assistance of your hands. Proud of the chest, hollow out the belly, and pull for a couple breaths. Bring those legs back together. Take the right leg over left. Try to keep the knees as close as possible. As you use that right leg, pull left. We're almost done. Extend that left hand up and back. Stretch it long. Go just a little over. We have one more side to do. Switching up sides. Right hand up and back. Turn it back up. Release those legs, pull the knees up into the chest, rock and roll front to back. Princess has left us, but Sue is still here. Every thank you for joining us today. We have a wonderful Sunday. Namaste.
Namaste. How is Sue?